Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, C.J Atemo, the Sage. I hope that they're beneficial to you. You know that if you have missed out on others, you can go to my YouTube channel, C.J Atemo, subscribe, like, comment, and share because the videos are there as well. And if you haven't followed me on social media, remember it's CJ Atemo everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You'll find me there as CJ Atemo. Well, we're talking about making difficult decisions. And I began by saying that if you will make difficult decisions, one of the things that you need to do, number one, is consultation. It's important for you to talk to different people and just get to hear their perspective, not necessarily so that they make the decisions for you, but just to get perspective so that when you make a decision, you make a decision that you could make again. That is one of the things about making difficult decisions. It must be or should be a decision that you can make again. It is not erratic. It is not the kind of decision that you were just emotional about and then you made that decision. It's the kind of decision you can make again, and the kind of the decision that you feel was the best under the circumstances that you had. The one that when you go to bed to sleep, you sleep soundly just because you know you did the best in that circumstance, even if you're still not feeling good about it. What makes it difficult is that sometimes you will have made the right decision and not have the right feeling. There are times when you have made the right decision and not had the right feeling about it. You still feel bad. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine one time, and he had just had a difficult time just trying to take care of the mother who was unwell. And he started talking to me about how he felt that he should have used his time a bit better at a certain point, and having known that the mother was not well. And while we were talking, I said to him, look, you were torn in between two things, because on the one hand, you still have got to work to earn that income that you will spend on her treatment. On the other hand, you felt if you knew, you'd have been there a lot more. So sometimes even when you're making the right decision, which is to go to work, you feel bad about something that you did. When you're making a decision to send your child to school, you may not wake up that day excited that your child is going to school. You may feel that anxiety or feel bad. You're not sure. Is the kid okay? Like children have just gone back to school recently. So you'll be feeling, is that child okay? You know, they need attention. Will they get that attention? Yet you have made the right decision. So difficult decisions are not easy. But number one, you consult. Consultation is key. Number two, you've got to have is clarity. The reason we go into consultation is to receive clarity, that perspective, clarity. Why is it difficult to make the decision? Because you've got a lot of voices speaking. You've got a lot of things that are, tagging at you, and everything is trying to make itself a priority. Every voice is trying to outspeak the other voice. So you have your emotions, you have your past, you've got your fears, you've got the costs, you've got all these, the inclinations that you have, and then the implications as well of that decision. And sometimes you're just not sure. There are people who are afraid of making decisions because they have had a series of bad decisions. So they fear going back into the place where they're making wrong decisions. They feel like this time I don't want to make a mistake because the last time I made a mistake. I've seen people who, for example, I don't know why it's getting back to the place of the health, but I've seen people who probably the first time they had a situation with somebody who was not well and then it didn't end up very well. The next time they nearly have a similar situation, they get into panic. So they cannot really make very good decisions then because they are panicking. They think that it was their fault that things went the way that they did. So now they're afraid of making decisions, or when they make decisions, they're really going to swing the pendulum to the other extreme, trying to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, you need clarity. And clarity can only come when you have proper information. That means that your information also must come from credible sources. You cannot go by everything that you read on the net, by everything that everybody says. You can't go by that. Not everybody is a finance expert. Not everybody is a relationship coach or expert. Not everybody knows about parenting. Not everybody is a business coach. Not everybody is an investment consultant. Not everybody knows what you need to do. Not everybody can guide you in your career. You have to authenticate the source of your information. You have to go into credible sources, look for credible sources, and then take that information and weigh it against the backdrop of your reality. If you go by every rumor that you hear, you will make more mistakes than if you never even got to hear what they're saying. Do not go by the rumor mills. Good decisions are made based on good information. This is why governments will spend a lot of money on intelligence. It's the reason companies spend money on research and insights. It's the reason people spend a lot of money in data collection. Why? Because decisions are based on information. You must have information. It has to be credible, and if possible, let it be a lot of information. When you have more information than you need, you will sift through it. That's better than having less information than you need. For example, if you were trying to buy property and you were given like 10 options or 15 options, and then you realize there's some of them that you don't like, so you narrow down to 5, then eventually you get to pick one. You're at a better place to make a good decision concerning that investment or the buying than somebody who was only given maybe 3 options, and then they made decisions based on the 3, then later on they stumble into the other 10 and they realize there were better deals over there. I recently just nearly, got into a deal, and then I realized whatever I wanted to buy, there was somebody else who was closer home who was selling the same thing at nearly $500,000 less. That's the power of information. That's how, when you have more information, then you get a sense of clarity. It's important for you, ladies and gentlemen, to have clarity before you make difficult decisions. The clarity of mind, the clarity of emotions. Whether you want to walk out or stay in that marriage, you need clarity. You cannot decide that at the night when you have just fought and say, this is it, I'm leaving. You can't do that. The clarity over where you want to spend your future, you need that clarity when you have considered so many things. You cannot just get excited because you saw an advert somewhere that says there are these pieces of land in a particular place and you can get it, then you get excited about it. You have to have a sense of clarity. That means that your emotions need to be lowered, your logic needs to be raised, information needs to be sifted, and as I said before, consultations need to be done. Then in a quiet place, you need to make that decision. Why do you need the clarity? Because, and I say this, it should be the kind of decision that you would make again. It should be the kind of decision that other circumstances being the same, or rather all circumstances remaining constant, any other time you would make the same decision. It should be the decision that when you go to bed and you sleep over there, you say, well, it may not have been easy, but I did the right thing, because you have that clarity. That sense of knowing that you did the right thing is the right thing about difficult decisions. That's all. Knowing that you did the right thing is the right thing about difficult decisions, because there's no easy way to making difficult decisions. I hope that this has been helpful to you and beneficial as well. I hope you're getting some sense of clarity. So number 1, remember consultation. Number 2, clarity. Tomorrow we pick up with another point as we go through this week and get you making better difficult decisions. This is C.J. Atemo. It's been Wisdom Moments on K24.